It is Seal of the Week time. Gee, we've played that fucking a lot today, haven't we? Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a Mandalorian edition. Seal of the Week. There is one that's not connected to the Mandalorian, but we're going to go through them. Are you ready? In first place, we have Millie. Don't know who Millie is. Don't really care, to be honest. The Mandalorian spoilers. The way he just loves his dad so much. And it basically plays the clip. The one scene that I was fucking going absolutely crazy over. How does this work? In the second place, second spot, we've had this person before, Lai, I don't know exactly. Mandalorian spoilers. This scene was peak comedy and fatherhood.
Not a pet. Not a pet.
No, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bad baby. Oh, it's a bad baby.
Sorry about that. He's young.
Yeah, bad baby.
No, Grogu.
These people literally don't even have a brain cell to actually think in their head about what they're actually watching. So lame. So very, very lame. We'll do that one last, actually, because that's the one that's not connected to the Mandalorian. Star Wars only. Someone who I thought actually wasn't too bad, if it's the Star Wars only from YouTube. The Mandalorian. Underrated jewel in Star Wars. We might have to pause a little bit throughout this. Slide the saber down. Yes, the spear might hit you in the side of the head, but you're going to cut his fucking fingers off. Should blow it up, true. Now, he's obviously holding the spear like the spear is this, and he's pushing with his thing there, right? But again, like the choreography in these fights is just so lame and so stupid for Star Wars. It's fucking pathetic. Slide down and take off his fingers down there, maybe. Even go down to your knee and fucking sing. This move is so stupid where he kicks it with the back of his heel so it can come over the top. Slide up and take his fingers off. Oh, I don't even need the spear. Don't even need the spear. Try and hit me in the top of the head with that lightsaber. Seska! How did he disarm him here? He just throws it away. Literally, like, check that out again. He's holding the spear with his left hand, got the saber with his right hand, and instead of swinging the saber, he literally throws it away. You want to see that again? Throws it away. And this is Disney Star Wars choreography. This is an underrated fight from The Mandalorian. You're fucking kidding, aren't you? What a fucking, like, oh man, it's shit like that makes me fucking angry. Because it's kind of like the guy, I don't know if you guys ever watched Robot Head's video on the throne room scene where one of the guards literally throws his weapon away so he can be stabbed. He's holding the spear with his left hand. He's got the saber in his right hand, and nothing is stopping him from using his right hand. Nothing. But instead of doing that, he throws it away. That's got to be close to the winner. It really does. And that's not even from this season of The Mandalorian. It's from season 2 of The Mandalorian. And then we've got this one. Rewatched the Star Wars sequel trilogy over the weekend and experienced all the emotions they elicit as if for the first time. All these films, especially The Rise of Skywalker, just mean the world to me. I'll never stop advocating for just how sincerely great I believe they are. I had to put this in there because it's just like, seriously, man. I remember doing that rewatch with Greg and Jeff, the Geek Blend and Tuscan Bob, and it was just painful. It was just painful. And if you're any form of Star Wars fan, I don't know how these can elicit any emotions from you when it's that fucking bland and that fucking stupid. I am all the Jedi stupid. I have my pick. All right, let's put the poll in the chat then, shall we? Anyway, let's wrap up with the results of the Seal of the Week. Let's quickly just go through that again, the nominations. So the nominations were in first spot on the list. We had this one, Mandalorian spoilers, the way he just loves his dad so much. So obviously, and just showing the clip of him going from the little bubble into the cockpit, which we went through, and there's no real like legitimate way that could possibly happen, but they obviously just make it that way so that it's just easy. You know, he doesn't have to pull over and land on a planet to get him out of the pod. He can just move through the ship, through all the wires or whatever, through the engine to get to Din Djarin in the cockpit. In second spot, we had The Mandalorian spoilers. This scene was peak comedy and fatherhood. The scene where he's hugging the Babu Frick character and he's really young, and then he tries to hug him again. And he's like, no, don't do it. Don't do that. And you see Grief Karga over here, like ducking through. This was the little hole that Din Djarin would have had to climb through to basically be able to sit in that fucking room. In third spot was Star Wars Only with his underrated Jewel of Star Wars, where Moff Gideon literally throws away the Darksaber in this scene here, this little bit here that I'm showing, literally throws away the Darksaber. But there were so many times where Moff Gideon could have actually beat him. But again, the choreography of this fight is just as bad as the sequel trilogy. Like really slow and, not really. I mean, both of them aren't Jedi, so you don't really expect them to be moving like, let's say, Yoda in Attack of the Clones against Dooku, but you could still expect them to be good fighters in a way. And then last we had this person who rewatched the sequel trilogy, got the same emotions just like it was the first time they watch it, especially with The Rise of Skywalker, and it just means so much to them, and it's just amazing and great, and they just love the sequel trilogy because they just love the sequel trilogy. So that are the nominations. Let's go through and I'll end the poll. Wow. I hadn't looked at it. So 35 votes. We're close to 50 likes on the stream as well. If we can get a couple more and get that over 50, that'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, poll has ended. Let's go through. So in last place, we had 3, the Moff Gideon fight, the underrated fight. In last place with 11% of the vote. Fucking, again, all these nominations are perfectly fine for Seal of the Week. Like, they're all very Seal and Chili kind of takes. But this fight is, arguably one of the worst in all of Star Wars. So I don't think it's really that underrated. In second last place with 14% of the vote, we had the Grogu, how much he loves his dad so much, and him moving from the little bubble of the ship into the cockpit. In second place, we had number 2, which was the peak comedy and fatherhood of this scene with Grogu hugging the Babu Frick character. No, you child. And then, he's young. And then he tries to stop him from doing it again because Grogu just doesn't listen to his dad. And then the winner with 54% of the vote was this take here. Rewatched the Star Wars sequel trilogy over the weekend and experienced all the same emotions they elicit as if for the first time. All these films, especially The Rise of Skywalker, just mean the world to me. I'll never stop advocating for just how sincerely great I believe they are. Congratulations, Jared. You win Seal of the Week this week. Well done.